Hey guys, it's Matt Miller with American Wire, and watch what happens when Donald Trump makes a surprise phone call into this panel of black business leaders. This right here is a perfect example of why Donald Trump is winning over so many black Americans. Check it out.
Oh, actually, hold on.
Working the administration.
Hello.
Hey,
Mr.
President Trump.
Mr. President, how you doing? Well, I'm going to put you on speaker, but actually a great question just came up. We're talking about regulations and some of the things that can be done to alleviate the regulation burdens on a lot of businesses. But I'm going to put you on speakerphone for everybody to hear. Hold on a second. All right, everybody, you're on with the president.
Hello, Mr.
Hey,
President.
Mr.
President.
Hello, everybody. It's great to be with you. I hope I'm being well represented. I have a feeling I am. I know them very well. So I hope so.
No, you are, sir. But a question came up about regulations. And so what's your view of what we need to do with regulations when you come back into office?
Well, as you know, I cut taxes and regulations more than any other president. We had the biggest tax cut, bigger even than the Reagan tax cuts. And I also cut regulations far more than any other president. And they have put a lot of them back already. We will get them cut so fast. And, you know, it's very interesting when I went to business leaders and said, which was more important, these big tax cuts or these big regulation cuts? Almost every one of them said regulation cuts. And it made a big difference to their businesses, small businesses and big businesses. Great question.
Awesome. Anybody else got a question for the president?
I want to tell him that black folk will vote for him if he get gas under $1.
All right, so Mr. President, the statement, I'm not going to call it a question, the statement is black folks are voting for you if you get gas under $1.
Oh, well, I tell you, I got it pretty close. We had it for a little while. You know, we talk about $1.87, and now it's on its way up. As you see what's going on. I'm seeing $4. I'm seeing $4.50, depending on where you buy it. But we actually had it to $1.87, and we had it to $1.52 at one point. Wow. You know, different points. But we had the gasoline as low as it's been in a long time. So I don't know if I can guarantee $1, but we're going to get it as low as we can, and that's a big spur for the economy. The lower you get it, that's a big spur for the economy.
Yes, Mr. President, how are we doing today, sir?
Hi, Coach.
All right. My question is, in the black community, it's been made a big deal about how you have been kind of railroaded here as far as your court cases go and everything.
Yeah.
And the support that you'll receive from the black community is kind of like a sympathetic kind of support, because it's understood that we've received similar, not even similar, but basically we've been railroaded since the day we came here. We felt that way, right? So if you can acknowledge that you are getting support from black people because of this, then we can kind of acknowledge that we have been getting railroaded. So my question is, what can you do about those Alvin Braggs on your side that have been doing such railroading from the time? What can we do about those Fonnie Willises and Alvin Braggs that are, you know, right now sending some poor black person to jail for some crime that they're doing?
Well, you know, it's an amazing thing when this happened.
Wow.
And as you saw, all the legal scholars say these are not cases. These are not cases should be brought. It's just a terrible thing. It's weaponization. And it comes out of the White House, even when it's city and state, comes out of the White House in order to attack a political opponent. But since that happened, the black support, I think my representatives will tell you this, the black support has gone through the roof.
Yes, it has.
And I guess they equate it to problems that they've had. But since this has happened, like the mugshot. The mugshot is the best. It just beat Elvis Presley and Frank Sinatra by a lot, by the way. Beat him by a lot. But that's the number one mugshot of all time. It's really an amazing thing. Since it happened, the support among the black community and the Hispanic community has skyrocketed. It's been amazing. Really been amazing. It's been actually very nice to see.
Mr. President,
you know, it's in one way you say, gee, isn't that too bad? But the truth is, it's really a lovely thing when I see that. We have great support now in the black community and in the Hispanic community.
That's true.
So I thought this was a great moment here where Donald Trump got to just call in and riff with these black business leaders, including Congressman Wesley Hunt and Byron Donalds, and Ben Carson was over there too. And we get to see him just organically interact with these guys, and they're just joking around. They're asking him questions. They're talking about the issues that the black community cares about. And I thought Trump did a great job answering these questions. But as I'm seeing this, I'm thinking about what so many black conservatives and specifically black Trump supporters have to go through. And it's a shame because the black community in America today is still overwhelmingly liberal and Democrat. And they vote Democrat. And I think that there is a lot of shaming that goes in towards black conservatives from also white liberals, but especially black liberals and black Democrats that by default automatically vote for Biden and vote for the Democrats, and they've been doing that for decades. First of all, I would urge them to re-examine what exactly the platforms are and what the track records are of the Republicans and the Democrats, and what Democrats have actually done versus what they said they're going to do for the black community. What have been the results of their policies to help the black community? And I think that upon examination, you'll find that it's been all lip service. The Democrats are not serving the interest of the black community in America today, and they haven't for the last 40 years. The other thing is look at Trump's platform and see, does this sound like something that is worth a try, right? So Trump famously said, what do you have to lose? He told his black supporters, or he told people, black Americans that weren't even supporting him yet, he said, what do you have to lose? You've been voting Democrat for the last 40, 50 years. And they haven't been helping your community. They've been making empty promise after empty promise. Why don't you give me a try and see if you get a better result? And they did. Under Donald Trump, black unemployment was at an all-time low, and the economy was better for all Americans. Gas prices were low, as they talk about here, which is a massive help to everybody, but especially those in a lower socioeconomic bracket, because rich people don't care about the price of gas, really. It's just us average Americans that have to drive to work and have to pay for gas every day to get around in our cars. We don't have limo drivers. We don't have big black SUVs to carry us around Washington, D.C. everywhere we want to go. It's still a shame that so many black conservatives have to deal with this sort of shaming tactics and bullying. And I respect them for their bravery to go, especially in the black community, also in the Hispanic community, to put your neck out there and to go against the tide, basically, and say, well, you know what? I've made up my own mind about these political issues. I see it differently, and I'm going to be outspoken and unapologetic about this. I think how much Trump has won over black and brown Americans is indicative of the fact that minorities in America are falling out of love with the Democrats, and they're starting to see the truth. They're starting to see that so many of these liberals, these liberal elitists basically, are making money and getting into high status positions by promising things and not delivering them, or promising things that actually end up hurting them, like welfare programs and hiking up the minimum wage. They talk a little bit here about business regulations and things like that, and how the Democrats have been the engine behind regulating business and making it harder for small businesses to get built and to thrive in communities that might be getting up and coming. They might be up and coming and just getting started out with these businesses. You can't afford to pay people $15, $20 an hour right off the bat. If you're starting a business, you need to be very lean. You might need to start out paying people lower, and you negotiate with them, and it's between you and the employee. Trump is on the right side of this issue and making it easier for business owners to get started and to keep going, to keep building their enterprise. And this is the way to help the black community. It's not just some lip service, woke, race baiting stuff. It's actually tangible action that will help business owners in the black community, that'll help jobs grow, and that's how you get it done. And Trump understands that. Byron Donalds understands that. This is real change. So Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this clip in the comments. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.